What's up, everyone? Shlomo Trachtenberg and Chris Mechanic here. Today we're going to be talking about how to turn blog traffic into customers. Quite often, I get on the phone, people call us up, they want to work with us. They say, hey, I got all this SEO traffic. We invested this time, money into creating this content on our blog, and we get tons of traffic, and it's growing month over month, but we're not really seeing anything impact our bottom line. Yep. And the reason is because that traffic is just living on the blog, and then it's leaving, and you're not doing anything about it. So, Chris, how do we take this blog traffic and turn it into customers?
So for me, I'm an SEO guy, and for me, it all starts with search term intent. So that means basically, what are the topics that you're writing about? What are the search terms that you're targeting? And I'll tell you a quick story. We got a B2B SaaS client in sort of like the business intelligence data visualization space. They have this blog post called the headline and the target is, what is business intelligence? And I think it ranks really well for terms such as what is business intelligence, gets a ton of traffic, but very little to no leads. And so we tried all types of methods to get that traffic to convert, and were not very successful. But instead, we identified a bit of search volume for a much more specific term, created a page. It was data visualization and dashboard examples for hospital systems.
Talk about specificity.
That's specific, right?
Yeah.
So this didn't get nearly as much traffic, but it converts traffic to leads at like 12%. And then those leads convert into demos at like roughly the same, like 12 to 15%. So they're making a ton more money off this little tiny specific blog post than they are off of this, huge general one.
So the first step is basically creating content that's relevant to your product, that aligns with what you're trying to sell, not just trying to get traffic for the sake of traffic.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome. So, and another thing that I like to do, so if you're getting all this traffic to your blog, you need to have a method to capture that traffic. And the method to capture that traffic typically is a pop-up and with a content offer. But what makes it really effective is if you make that pop-up and content offer contextual to the blog post that you're actually writing about. So if you're writing a blog about data visualization, right, or in hospitals, so then you have a content offer talking about the top 5 dashboards that hospitals like to look at, and you get that download. That's going to be much more effective than if you just have this generic content offer that goes across all. Right, exactly. So contextual pop-ups, those are key to capturing your audience.
Yeah, and just like look at your blog posts. A lot of blog posts are just like this big wall of text. Like you could even break that up with a visual call to action right in the center of that page.
So midline call to actions.
Yeah, but there's also like even a really good, well done contextual call to action. Say it converts at 12%, 15%, 20%. That still leaves 80% of the traffic. I'm a huge fan of retargeting. I think it's a complete no-brainer. So basically, if you don't collect that person's email address right then and there, and you're not retargeting to them, there's almost no chance that they're going to ever come back or ever remember you. But retargeting is simple, it's cost effective, it's a way to essentially collect almost like a business card so that you can get back in touch with these people.
Yeah, awesome. And one more thing I think that's really effective, and like today you see a lot more businesses adopting to this, is leveraging chatbots. Mm-hmm. So if you have a blog, you might not have enough staff to man it with like a live chat to like interact with people on the blog. That obviously, assuming the blog traffic is relevant for what you're trying to sell to. Yep. But if you have a chatbot that sort of leads right into that, so those chatbots are able to interact with the customer, and those chatbots could be like, do awesome tools out there like Drift, Intercom, HubSpot's got a chatbot.
Yeah, HubSpot's is free too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can make it specific to to
that page. So yeah, you got to do a little bit of back end work, but if you could do contextual chatbots combined with contextual offers, you'll probably convert a large percentage of your blog traffic.
Yep. So if you get a lot of blog traffic and you're wondering where are all the conversions and you'd like to talk about this, feel free to give us a call or drop a comment or a direct message, and we'll be right back in touch with you, and we'll hook you up.